Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Alyssa. This is my channel of New Direction. So this is a fire sign reading for the month of July. Seriously, I keep doing this every month. I'm like, wow, just mind blown that. But anyway, here we are. So how this is going to work, I'm kind of going back to like the element kind of reading. So it's going to be how this is going to break down is there's going to be an individual reading for all three of you fire signs. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Aries, and then I'll go into the Leo, and then I'll go into the Sagittarius. So in the description box, this will be time stamped. Okay, so that's that. And then yeah. And I guess that's it. I'm outside, so I really hope that the wind doesn't get going too much, that you can hear me. You might see my horses, they're in the background. You might hear my dogs, my kids come in and out. I'm sorry if we get interrupted. I cuss sometimes, so if you're totally against that, that's your warning. Let's get started. Okay, so there is a lot happening in the astrology world right now, coming into this month of July, like a lot. Venus came out of retrograde yesterday, so Venus is going direct finally. So you know those some of you could have really been struggling with romance relationships in general, you know, dealings of things with the heart as of lately, just kind of feeling like you weren't getting forward, maybe you weren't being heard, you know, but Venus is going direct, so things, you know, you might start to find that things start to kind of move forward, maybe in a more easier kind of flow of things. Okay, so on the 5th of July is a lunar eclipse, and the full moon is actually coinciding in Capricorn. Yep, in Capricorn. So what that all means is pretty much, if you're not already dwelling on, you know, past mistakes, or maybe love and loss, you know, any other kind of lingering regrets, you know, that's what this eclipse is about to bring forward. It's about to bring that to clarity. I won't joke around with that, okay? This eclipse and the full moon in Capricorn, it really brings those buried issues that just need to be dealt with forward. Okay, you might just kind of feel that heaviness that you're carrying, and it's just like, it's these cycles that they just need to be addressed. You know, you just kind of got to finish this stuff out. So each, you know, sign kind of has their own cycles and own, you know, kind of depending where your sign lines up in, you know, in the astrology chart here. It's kind of how it's all kind of broken down to things you're, you know, working on. Remember, this isn't a fortune telling thing. Okay, I'm not sitting here to just you know, be like, oh, shit's about to get really bad, and you know, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to happen, and Mr. Right or Mrs. Right is going to come in. No, that's not what I'm doing here. So energies and stuff are really going to start to, you're going to feel them shifting. Okay, and you feel that in the way that sometimes you feel heavy, or sometimes you feel overexcited or confused, or that's energy. Okay, and that's self-awareness. That's all that my videos are all about. It's all about self-awareness and just opening yourself up to kind of that higher intention. Okay, I'm not here to give you a fortune telling. I'm here to give you a higher, just kind of a, you know, one of those things that leaves your brain thinking on maybe a little bit of a higher intention, with maybe more of a kind of positive thought to it, and a maybe more just clear direction as to where you're going. Okay, I just need to get that off my chest. So as this eclipse and this full moon, as they work together, the full moon in Capricorn, that is really going to be working on releasing a lot of those things that you have been attached to, the darker kind of things, you know, and just the things that hold you back, you know. And as this energy of July moves forward, guys, there's a lot of heavy energy, I feel, that's probably going to be weighing on us each very individually. You know, now is a great time to sit with all that energy. Okay, plan your movement forward, plan your shift. Okay, all right, so let's break down into this. Let's get right into this. Yeah, you know, this is a new way forward for each one of us. Okay, it's going to be like 2020 is no easy, you know, it hasn't been easy yet, so let's not think that it's going to be. All right, so 2020 for the fire signs. Let's get into this. 2020, July for the fire signs. So we're going to start with Aries. So this pile is for Aries. For all of you Leos or Sagittarius, if you just want to go to where your reading starts, that sounds great. I will meet you there. And Aries, let's get started. So what we're going to do today is we're going to pull energies. That's what I want to look into. We're going to start with the Energy Oracle deck. We'll probably pull a couple tarots and possibly an animal spirit. But we're just going to keep it nice and brief, okay? So, Aries, what you have going into this month, and you guys, I have some stuff written down here. That's what I keep looking at because there was just so much going on that I wanted to make sure that each of you individually I was able to like talk to. So Aries, this is what's going on in your month. So Mars is your ruling planet, okay? And it has just moved into your, it's just moved into your sign, okay? So Mars has just moved into the sign of Aries, okay? And that is really going to be like setting your self-confidence and also your temper on fire, okay? It's just as that sign moves into your, as your ruling planet moves into your sign, it sets a blaze, you know, that your wings are just kind of, like everything's just going to, you know, you're going to be feeling really motivated here, okay? It's like a red hot energy all month long, okay? So you need to keep both hands on the wheel at this point in time, okay? You need to watch that self-assured passion, that it's channeled into places that is keeping your busy hands creative and working in collaboration with others, okay? Watch that you are not over speaking, okay? Watch that you are not trampling over anybody to achieve your goals this month, okay? Keep that in note. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into the cards. Enough of my rambling. Let's get into the cards. Okay, so distant, we're going to start with Aries here. Sun, Moon, Rising. Energy for distant past. Distant past for the Aries. Distant past energy, spirit. What is it? Distant past energy of the Aries here that we're addressing? Too many. Near future. Whoa, too many. Near future. Distant future. Distant future here. All right, guys. Well, here we go. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, you had the World, and then the Magician and the Mirror, and the Garden and the Gate. Guys, contract, walking away, Angel of Balance, deceit, blossoming, abundance, and decision. Oh boy. Okay, Aries. So this is going to be a big month for you guys. Okay, there is a lot of passion. Okay, there's just a lot of fire underneath your wings. You're going to be feeling like you're just going ahead. Okay, be careful of that. See this here? This is the outlook of your life. Okay, this is you being able to sit back and look at, see how it's all completely like enlightened here? Absolutely. That's where you are at right now. Okay, you are enlightened on, the world is talking about being able to sit back. It's being able to see the whole part. Okay, the complete cycle that it took. See how it's the complete cycle is bright? Because it's the complete cycle. You can see it all. You can understand the purpose here. Here you are able to juggle this fire and this water within your hand, your inner and your outer kind of actions in life. And you're at this balance. The Magician in the Mirror is saying you have the power within your hands to be able to go with both here. You can balance this. You can balance this. You can balance that passion, you can balance that drive, but you can also balance the way that you go forward. You do not have to do this bullheadedly. Okay, and as an Aries sign, you know, you guys are the ram. Like, you like to ram ahead, you like to bull charge through here, and it's saying that's not how this goes. This is a balanced thing here. You need to look at this all as a whole. You know, look back on the things that maybe you have rammed ahead for. You know, the things that you've been so determined. How did that work out? You know, did it work out in your favor or did it not? See here, this mirror, it's clouded. Okay, it's clouded in the background, and it's saying that you're here in the garden and the gate. You know, you're safe in this garden. You have a beautiful garden, and yes, there is a lot of beautiful things coming before you. Okay, but it's how you go about getting them. Okay, it's how you go about serving yourself. Okay, serving your highest intentions. That's going to get you there. Okay, so your distant past here was appreciation. And as far as energies, when we're talking about energies and appreciation, it's saying, you know, okay, maybe it wasn't all roses. Okay, chances are it was all roses, and there was beautiful flowers, but there was a lot of thorns. Okay, it's appreciating those moments. That's what the world is talking about. Yes, okay, it lightens all the darker sides of it. Look, there's still light even on the dark side of the world here. Okay, there's still acknowledgement that that happened. And yes, okay, the appreciation card is saying, this is a whole patch of thorns, really, if you look at it. Very few flowers for the amount of thorns that are really in there. But she takes the time to appreciate the beautiful flowers anyway. Okay? Yeah, okay, her dress is a little ragged and ripped because of it. But there's sunshine here. And that's what the appreciation card is saying. When that's in your past, it's saying, yep, okay, it wasn't all perfect. Absolutely not. Nope. But there was good in that. There was lessons learned in that. And you need to appreciate that. Okay, you do. Definitely. I think we'll pull our tarot as we go through here, right? Yeah, let's do that. Let me clarify that. Appreciation with some tarot here, Spirit. And it's saying the sun. Yeah, look at that. You know, that appreciation is clarified by the sun, right? And the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords actually were at the bottom here. You know, it's saying that, yes, okay, there was a lot of these trapped feelings. Okay, there was a lot of this distress. There was a lot of this kind of, you know, held up energy. Absolutely, okay? But there was sunlight from it. There was fulfillment. You came from that, okay? You overcame what was hard, you know? Look at here. Right? Yes. You've moved on from that. Okay? You're not in that place anymore. You know, you have grown from that. That, yes, was maybe hard, but there was much to be celebrated within that all. So rejoice in it. You know, go forward from here. Embrace the happiness. Embrace the goodness that comes from that. That's where you know, continue to build that good energy in your life, right? Okay, so the recent past was strategy and carrying connections. And this is kind of like making plans, you know, making plans for some sort of connection. Now, that can be different for everybody here. You know, it doesn't have to be a romantic connection. It can be talking about planning work strategies and, you know, and building things together as in a work kind of atmosphere. The Temperance, the Hermit, and the 9 of Pentacles. And then the 3 of Swords. Okay, and the Star's at the bottom. The Star and the Strength. Okay, so strategy and caring connections, these two right here. Okay, they to me are about sitting down and really kind of sorting out maybe whatever this caring connection was to you, but sorting that out. Okay, making a plan like, okay, this is what I want from this in my life. This is how I see this continuing to be in my life. This is where I want to go from it. And then the tarot that clarified that was the Temperance, the Hermit, 9 of Pentacles, and 3 of Swords. You see, there's a need for balance here. There's a need for understanding that there has to be flexibility in your life. You know, in Aries, sometimes you guys like to just bull charge ahead. And this is saying, no, there needs to be a flexibility here. And I think that really has kind of started to sink into you, right? And there's been this place of like, the Hermit is talking about that place of just solitude, okay? Your own personal path, away from the noise, you know, where you sit with that inner light and connect to the higher, okay? And within that connection is self-fulfillment. That's the 9 of Pentacles, okay? And within that self-fulfillment, you know, it's overcoming this heartache because the 3 of Swords was there too. Okay, so maybe this original connection hasn't maybe worked out. Okay, maybe there's been some heartache around this, but as you really, you know, allow and embrace this temperance and allow things just to be what they are. Allow yourself to sit with spirit and say, you know what? I don't know why that turned out the way it did. I don't know why that is going the way it is, but I give that over. That's not mine. That I'm not holding on to that, okay? There's fulfillment in there. There's abundance in there. You know, there's peace for you in there. There's self-fulfillment in there. Okay? And that's a very important stage to be at. No matter what kind of relationship, you know, you have, no matter how many plans you have written down, no matter how much you have wanted this to work out. Okay? You have to be able to stand within the presence of all of those energies, you know, within that relationship and be able to give it over freely. Okay, you can't hold tightly to things how you see them going. That doesn't work. Your present energy was attachment, so that's kind of where this is all going. You see, with the Temperance, the Hermit, that 9 of Pentacles, and then that 3 of Swords. It's almost as though I feel like you really mapped out where you wanted to go with this energy. Okay, you really mapped out where you've seen this connection all kind of going, and you know, you were like, okay, this fits. This is what I want. This is my next phase. But you're stuck. You are so focused on how you are going to ram this one ahead. No matter what spirit is trying to say, no matter, you know, what is going on, no matter what that person is saying, you're like, no, I'm attached to how I see this going. Okay, and this is your present energy, guys, is attachment. Does that look like a good space to be in? Not really. I wouldn't really find it to be one that I would want to be in, okay? I can understand that need to hold whatever this is tight. You know, whether it's a work relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a family kind of connection, you know, I get that. I understand the need to hold relationships tight. I do, okay? But your self-fulfillment isn't in there. Because when you hold things tightly like that, no matter what the relationship is, no matter what the connection, when you have to hold tightly to that connection, it's not your connection. You have to be able to stand there freely, both parties, within that energy and be like, this is where we're going forward with this. Okay? And if somebody is not willing to stand there with you, then you need to accept that and just allow that to be. Okay? I really feel kind of like that attachment kind of energy is... Yeah, personal strength, absolutely. And what else came out here? Oh my goodness. Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups were also here. With the Wheel of Fortune here, guys, at the bottom. The Wheel of Fortune and the 2 of Pentacles were at the bottom of this one. Okay, there's this need for divine shift within this all. There's this need for the flexibility. You need to embrace this flexibility, okay? Stop being so bullheaded. I can't tell you guys that enough. Stop thinking it has to go your way, see? The Knight of Swords was behind that. The Knight of Swords and the 6 of Swords behind that, because you're pushing forward here. You're pushing forward, and it's almost like, you know, the Knight of Swords, yes, okay, it can be spirit-driven, but are you being spirit-led, or are you ego-led right now? And I'm going with all these things that are trying to tell you, no, you got to be flexible here. That a lot of this has to do with being ego-led. 10 of Swords, see? 10 of Swords, and the Devil behind that. Ego-led. 10 of Swords. There's that change there, and this is needed. You know, this is needed. There needs to be this change. There needs to be this direct shift within your energy. You need to acknowledge that, no, I'm being ego-driven here. Stop stepping on people. Be more flexible in how this all needs to go. Okay, your attachment to this, how this needs to be addressed, the energies that you must pull in, this is inner strength. Okay? Look at that line within yourself. You have the power here to be able to release what needs to be let go. Okay? Do not stand here and think that, well, if I don't hold it, Spirit's not going to have my back. Stop that. Trust it. That's what this is all about. Trust it. See? Queen of Pentacles. Trust it. The Queen of Pentacles trusts it. She manifests it. She trusts that when she sits in her place and just allows things to be, they grow. Queen of Cups behind that. Okay? Seriously, look at that lineup of cards. Okay? Those are powerful women who just understand, powerful energies who understand that they need to release the attachment. They need to be strong within themselves. You know, trust Spirit. Trust Spirit. Okay? Trust Spirit, just give it over. Look, that high priest, this Queen of Cups is very high priestess. Okay? She is. Yes. Okay. Patience. Near future. Patience. Ice Queen holding a fiery clock. Patience is not an easy thing to come by. But you have to allow things to unfold in their time. You have to allow energies. You can't see the whole picture. And on a greater scheme of things, our whole entire world right now is shifting. There's massive energy shifting within this play. So don't be so focused on how you see it going, because you can't see it on the greater scale. And you're selfish to think that it's going to revolve just directly around you. Give it time. Give it time, my Aries friends. Give it time, patience. Patience, patience, Spirit. What do you have to say about patience to our Aries friends? Patience. 10 and 2. The hands are at 10 and 2 in this, on that clock. Isn't that strange? I've never noticed that before. The star, the wheel, oh my gosh. Well, that's kind of, yeah. Okay, patience. On the bottom of this, it's saying, yes, okay, some of your cups got spilled. It didn't turn out exactly how you've seen it. I'm sorry for that. Okay? But they're not all spilt here. Spirit still has a cup for you. Okay? There's something still here for you. There's still a blessing. There's still a change. You still need to be flexible, because Spirit is setting you on a go. Spirit's moving you. Okay? This whole line just changed again. It was at the bottom of that last pile, right? And it was saying, this is needed. Okay? This near future, you're going to embrace this. It's coming. You're going to be just fine. Your blessings are coming, and they might not come the way you think they need to come. But if you want them, if you want to openly receive these blessings that are yours, then you need to open that up. And you need to allow for it just to be what it's about to be. Please stop forcing it to go your way. You're blocking out the goodness. Okay? Your distant future was victory and door to Spirit. There's so much victory for you here. There's happiness. Okay? Through that door to Spirit, there's happiness here. And Spirit's saying, you just got to trust me. Stop trying to force this to go your way, because the way you think it's going to go, believe me, it's not as fulfilling as the way the divine sees it going for you. Fool, start here. Fool and 8 of Wands with the 5 of Cups at the bottom. Okay, and the 5 of Cups is acknowledging the sorrow. Okay, yes, pain is inevitable. Sorrow and suffering is optional. Sorry, suffering is optional, not sorrow. That kind of goes with pain, okay? Pain hurts, and pains are part of life, okay? They're this darker side of that world, but they're still illuminated here, okay? They're still there. They're still needed, okay? But it's how you carry them forward. Are you carrying that pain forward? Are you stopping yourself from embracing this new? Are you stopping yourself from victory? You know? Take the time out. Sit with yourself here. Please sit with yourself. Okay, there's a new beginning here. Okay, there's a new opportunity with this Ace of Pentacles behind this 4 of Swords. There's a new opportunity here for you. But it's taking that time to just allow this pain to just be. Okay? Hand the sorrows over. Hand the suffering over. Okay? Yes. Yeah, we definitely carry some hardships with us. There's things that we carry forward, but the suffering of that pain is not what we carry forward. That is what we hand to the divine. That's his purpose. That's why he died. Okay? That's why he died. Okay, the victory, this door to Spirit, this is the Fool. It's trusting this new way forward, trusting that you need to make a step here, trusting that you need to start here. Trust in this process, this happy process. This whole 8 of Wands is like fire and just goodness. Okay, sparks coming in here. Please move forward. You know, this as a distant kind of future here, you know, this victory to this door of Spirit, it's saying, if you embrace this whole new kind of place to be, okay, if you embrace this whole new place to be, that is where you're going to find, that's where you're going to find this magic. That's where you're going to find the excitement, okay? She who thrives, Orchid, flourish, prosper, blossom. Look at her, right? She's got butterflies there. She who thrives. Yeah. Those butterflies are talking, even her eyes have butterflies on them, you know, and it's talking about having a change of perspective perception here, you know, a transformation in the way that you have kind of viewed things going. Oh, come on now. This card assures you that success is yours. Expansion energy reverberates all around you. Your job is to take advantage of coming abundance. These are good times. If you have a current business project, it is time to strike. Remember, wealth comes in many forms. A new good friend is as valuable as money in the bank. Stay open to the myriad ways good fortune can arrive. A 4-leaf clover should not be overlooked because there's $1 next to it. You should pick up both while you're at it. She who thrives, and she who stands at the bottom. She who stands at the bottom. Resolute, impeccable, determined. Wow, all right. Well, those are some, yeah, okay. How am I going to close this? What are we at? Yeah, okay, 20 minutes. That's what I was aiming for. No. I just want some last guidance, okay? Where you can go from, what you're being asked to do. 6 of Cups. Just reflect, okay? 6 of Cups and the Page of Earth. Reflect. There's a new way forward here, okay? There's a lot of options. There's a lot of things before you, and this one really comes off, especially with the High Priestess, the 7 of Cups and then the High Priestess behind it. As far as guidance goes, it's saying, yep, there's a lot of options before you, okay? I know you got your heart, you know, set on a whole bunch of things, but you really got to think about what it is you are wishing for, okay? Because remember, you just might get it. And if it's not for you, if you push so hard against Spirit that this is what you wanted, and Spirit's saying, yeah, but that's not for you. That's not really going to fulfill you. Is that what you want? Or is that what Spirit wants? Is that being ego-led? Okay? 6 of Cups. Just do that reflection of self right now. Okay? This can sometimes be talking about that, you know, love, soulmate, twin flame kind of connection. Yeah, sure, for sure. But remember, not all twin flames or soulmate connections are meant to go forward here. And you need to do that evaluation. Sometimes, you know, just that acknowledgement that, okay, yes, we're connected, but not in this lifetime. That's not for me this time. I need to do a reflection of self, okay? Because there's new hope here, guys. There's the Page of Earth. There's new growth. You're moving forward, okay? There's change here. There is movement forward here, but this is about reflection, you know, and true, honest reflection, not ego-led reflection, okay? That's very important to keep that clear. Not ego-led reflection. Okay. Untethered, what do you have to say? Your heart is an instrument made of extremely subtle energy that few people come to appreciate. But in truth, you are not your heart. You are the experiencer of your heart. Ain't that the truth? Okay. Well, that's it. Okay, Aries. Best of luck to you this month. Okay? Take care, and I will be, yeah, I don't know. I'll be seeing you guys around. I guess this is the part where I usually click off, but I don't. This is now the part, I guess, that I say hello and talk to, who's next? Leos. All right, so bye, Aries, and hello, Leos. Welcome back. Give me 1 second just to clean up these cards from the Aries. That was fun. Let's see where we are going with you guys. Okay, so Leos. I have a little bit of stuff kind of written down for all signs. And what we got going on for you guys for the month of July here. Oh my goodness. Month of July. Okay, what we got going on for the month of July? Cancer season, okay? That's where we're at right now. It always finds you guys a little bit quieter, okay? Very deep in thought, very reflective. You kind of like, I think you're really going to be finding that this eclipse and this full moon in Capricorn and stuff is just, it's really bringing kind of around this reevaluating of your foundations, okay? And the grounds that you stand on, okay? And those foundations, maybe what you have stood on in the past, maybe isn't going to serve the person that you are going to be, or that you are now, okay? It's this whole kind of like month is really going to bring around that reflection of who you are, you know, who you've come from, okay? Who you've been, how much you've grown in this last year, okay? That's this reflection. That's I think really where you guys are going to be finding your just your focus, okay? Is on that reevaluating. And that goes from, you know, everything, you know, pretty much everything from I'm just trying to see if I missed anything. No, Spirit's saying, no, you didn't. It's blowing my pages over. I didn't. Yeah, it's this time of reflection on the foundations of who you are. You know, what it's taken to get you to be you and who you want to be going forward. You know, what maybe you need to shed, what maybe you need to release. All right? So let's get a distant future energy here for the Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising. Distant future. Sorry, distant past. There we go. Distant past. Let's look at their past here, Spirit. What's a distant past of the Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising? Energies of the distant past, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. Past. Well, Leos. Okay. All right, let's see. So, bottom of your deck. This is funny. You have the garden and the gate. Okay? Kind of standing in this garden in your own space, and you're like, okay, where am I going from here? Okay, what do these beautiful hills look like beyond me? The magician in the mirror is behind that. And that's saying the power is within your hands. As a magician, you have the power within your hands to create what you want in your fire side, your action side of life, and what you want in your spiritual inner side of life. Okay? See this mirror? Still foggy, still written, still unwritten. Okay? That future before you is still to be written. It's not yet set. Okay? How you go through this gate is really going to determine where you go from here. So, your distant past future was a woman holding a heart and fifth chakra. This could be you being this woman holding her heart and really truly communicating, you know, who that is, you know, who that woman is holding a heart, okay, who that person inside of you, who that woman holding her, and you don't need to be a woman, that can just be your feminine, your nurturing kind of side, okay, but who that is, it's communicating that, okay, it's saying this is who this beautiful soul is, you know, this is the heart that I wear on my sleeves. Okay, this can also be talking about a woman of the past, you know, for some of you, it can be talking about a woman of the past who is maybe, you know, bearing her heart to you, right? Showing you her heart, communicating that, no, this is my love and this is for you, okay? We're going to pull some tarot as we go. So let's see. I'm just going to give these guys a quick shuffle like this. Hanged man here. There's a change here. Somebody changed their view on this. Okay, so whether it was you being this woman holding her heart and you were like, you know what? These are the things that I just love. You know, you liberated yourself. You know, these are the things that I love. These, you know, this is who I am. You know, it was almost like you came forward and you were just like, you surrendered that, right? You surrendered maybe what it was that you were holding back, afraid to say, no, this is me. Okay, you came forward, you communicated that. Okay, and that was liberating. Okay, there was liberation here, and whether that was liberation that others seen, whether that was just change within your own life that you were like, wow, I feel this. I feel the shift within my energies. I feel that I have gone forward. I have declared who I am. I've declared this heart that I am, right? You know, there was this passion. There was this movement forward. Okay? For some of you where it kind of connects on like that, you know, that this could have been a woman in your life who was giving that heart, who, you know, there was this change, something happened, you know, there was this change here, this liberation of herself. Okay? She went forward somewhere here, and maybe not forward, but just her view of who she was. Okay, it changed. She was liberated from this. Okay, fire was set a light within her. You know, that passion was set on fire. Okay. That woman holding her heart has really truly just changed her view on how she was going about this. She changed her view on how she was approaching this, you know, and within that change, within that, you know, settling and surrendering to spirit, you know, that liberated her. And she's really found that passion within inside of her, you know, and that can be talking about you, you know. Okay, adjacent possibilities, that was your recent past, you know, and that's all these doors, all these open opportunities before you, you know. See this? Just remember, because doors are open doesn't mean you have to go through them, right? You can peek in a door and say, no, that's not for me. I don't want that. You don't even have to, you know, touch doors. Spirit, can you? So many. Temperance again. Oh, goodness. Temperance, temperance, temperance. There's this need for balance. Okay? There's this need for this flexibility within your life. There's this need for this fire sign and this need for this spiritual side in your life. This faith that it's spirit has your back. See? The wings behind? Spirit has your back. Okay, it's that faith that it's going to work, and you just need to be flexible within that. Okay, it's this trust. Okay, it's this trust and who you are. Okay, like this woman holding a heart. You know, this faith and this commitment that this is what sets my heart on fire. This is who I am, and I'm going to show up, and I'm going to be this person. Okay, it's that understanding that you need to be that person, right? The change, obviously. You know, the Wheel of Fortune here, the change and this clarity. Okay, the Queen of Swords, she is so intuitive, but she is so intellectual. Okay, she just gets it. She understands why the processes needed to happen the way they did. She truly understands. Okay, that's what it's saying. It's saying this balance here. How do I do this? This balance here, you know, this flexibility that you need to go forward with the actions and the fire side in your life, as well as just as much with the spiritual side in your life. You know, you need to follow the things that really set your soul on fire, okay? And that's the change. You know, that's why there's all those doors before you, because yes, okay, there's a lot of doors before you, but you need to pick the ones that really truly align you with what you want to do. Okay, no more fooling around. Sit like this Queen of Swords. Take the time to sit there and be like, this is what I truly want. This is what truly sets my heart on fire. Okay? This is the way I'm going. These are the intentions that I'm setting, and this is the direction that I'm going. Okay? Present. Seventh chakra. The seventh chakra. And the seventh chakra is that connection to that divine. It's that trust. Yeah, Three of Wands here. It's this trust, you see. It's this trust and this commitment to your faith that you're moving forward. You're connecting to spirit. You're following your heart. You know, that's what she's doing. She's following her heart into a creative, passionate horizon. Okay? She's trusting her intuition. She's trusting spirit. That's what this is. This is that trust in that. It's that walking away from the shit down here that hasn't served her. There's darkness back here, and she is just like, set the things that, whether that was negative energies, that whether that was just thought patterns, whether that was literally people that were holding her back, she set that shit on fire, and she put it in the water, and she walked away from it. She handed it over to the greater, okay? She gave it to spirit. She said, enough. It's not mine anymore. Look at her tiny little footprints walking away, walking towards the sunshine, right? Look at that. Both of them. Walking into something bright, walking into hope, okay? That is what this connection is saying. You know, this seventh chakra, okay? That connection, that crown chakra. That's what it's saying. It's saying embrace this. This is where you're at currently. You have the opportunity here to embrace this huge spiritual change within your life. To embrace this kind of king, the King of Cups, okay? To embrace that solid place within inside you that just spirit connects. The King of Cups, he is, honestly, it's kind of funny that he's a fisherman, you know, because Jesus oftentimes, you know, he was a fisherman. And it's funny that this King of Cups is very much like that, you know? What would Jesus do, right? That's what the King of Cups is. That's the kind of man that the King of Cups is. He's a fisherman. He goes out and he knows that, you know, his duty is to fish, is to feed the people. You know, it's not a big job, it's a humble job, but he knows that connection, that faith, you know, that he just goes out into this wide open sea and that it's fulfilling and it's abundant. And the Lord provides. King of Cups. It's trusting that these sadnesses, this Five of Cups, they just need those, that's that pain, that's that suffering. There's no place for it here. Okay, it's trusting, it's giving that over. Like the fisherman, you know? Solid in his connection to Christ. Solid in his connection to the divine. And that's what this Five of Cups is. It's saying just hand those burdens over. Yes, okay, pain is part of life. It is. There's nothing you can do about it. We will all go through awful pains through our life. Okay, heartbreak, you know, complete financial ruins, death, loss of loved ones. Like, there's awful things, okay? Awful things, awful pains in our lives, absolutely. But those sufferings of those pains can be handled, okay? That release is possible. The fisherman knows it. King of Cups, he knows that. Oh, look at all my ponies. Can you see all of them? They're all behind us now. All right. Near future. Action. This movement forward. You know, and look at here. It's a white and a black horse. And why do you think that is? Because it takes the duality here. It takes the duality of yourself to move forward here. Please don't bite me. I have a mosquito biting me. Okay, you want to flip. Action. Again, that Seven of Cups actually came out again. Seven of Cups, action. There's a lot of things before you. There's going to be a lot of cups, I really think, before you here. Okay? A lot of options. And underneath all these cups are not all good things. Underneath these cups are going to be kind of like these doors, right? Not every door, not every cup is for you. And it's really making clear of what it is that you want and who it is you want. And those things that you want, are they being ego-led? Are those ego-led things you want? Or are they things that you're actually truly listening to and aligning yourself to? Right? The wheel here. The world here. That's a connection. See how it's a circle? It all plays a part here. Okay? Every last aspect, all the good, all the bad, all the hurt, all the pain, all the joys, okay? They do. They all play a part. They're needed in that flexibility of your life. They're needed in this action to be able to go forward and to be able to know that these cups that I'm choosing, okay? This need for looking at things as a whole, this flexibility, okay? This moves me forward. This aligns me to the path that I am being asked to pursue, the path that Spirit is pushing me to pursue. Okay, the Knight of Swords, that's a thoughtful kind of knight. Sometimes they can rush in and they can be really rash, okay? And when it's action in action, I feel like this is kind of, you know, don't rush into things and don't be so, like, silly and just rash, that you don't think things through. That this is not like Mercury retrograde, guys. That's what we're in, right? Like, this is not the month to be making rash decisions, but sit and allow yourself to really just feel it all through. You know, we do move into your birthday sign on the 22nd of July, okay? And things are going to start picking up for you. Like, that's not where we're at. You know, there is going to be action. That's why this is your near future, okay? Because there is movement here. It is happening. The things that you focus on, the things that you truly want and are ready to align yourself to, you know, as you allow Spirit to just play them out, and you focus on, this is what I want. You know, these are the things in my life that I want to align myself to. It's Spirit's going to move it through there. Okay, so the distant future, we're going to have to clarify these. Sorry, yes, because we do. There's anxiety and deceit. You see, and I think this is where this action, this near future card, really plays in. Because what you pursue and how you pursue this Seven of Cups is going to play greatly into these two. You need to really sit and focus on the cups that you are about to choose. You need to think on the things that you are about to align yourself with, the energies that you're about to align yourself, the people and their energies that you're about to align, you know, yourself with through association with them. Remember, the people that you allow to influence in your life, their energies, their force field, it affects you. Do not be silly and think that it doesn't. This cup, these cups, these 7 cups, these indecisions, okay? Have the possibility of bringing in a lot of anxiety and a lot of deceit. And deceit is nothing more than devil energy. Deceit is nothing more than low vibration energy. That's deceit. Okay, let's see. What's this deceit and this anxiety talking about, Spirit? In the distant future. Yeah, Page of Wands, see? Page of Wands, 4 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. It depends how you want to go about this. It depends how you want this cycle to start. This is a whole new year for you. A whole new cycle. Cycles are being completed, cycles are ending. Now, how are you going to go about it? Are you going to throw, you know, your wand and your staff and your knowledge of life in the air like this and rejoice and be like, you know what, I'm whole and I'm created and I'm going forward here. I've done my reflecting and I know who I am as a person. I know who I am as a spiritual being. I know what I want to bring to the table. I know the foundation that I want to stand on. Okay? Are you going to allow the spilled cups to just be and appreciate the cup that Spirit gave you? Are you going to show up and continue to be this Knight of Pentacles? This is not fast movement. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who shows up, he puts in the work, he plants the seeds, he nurtures the seeds. Okay, he knows that it takes time. He knows that it takes patience to move through this. Okay? Leos, are you prepared to do that? Is that the energy that you are going to embrace here? You know, these cups that you choose, are they going to be cups that fulfill you? Are they going to be things that, you know, keep you up at night? That make you, you know, tired and exhausted? That Spirit's trying to just shoo away the negative, you know, the negative energies, the bad energies here. You know, there's hope here. Look at here. King of Wands. This is you. This is you, Leo. It's yourself. You can embrace yourself here. You do not need to sit in any sort of low vibration energy here. You have the opportunity now to align yourself with a whole year of better energy. Do you choose to do that? Do you choose to open yourself up and bring that in? Or do you choose to bring in anxiety and low vibration deceit energy? Five of Swords. It's almost like you're confused of like what decision you might need to be making. You know, and if people are feeding you low vibration energy in your ear, pay attention to that, because those people have no place in your life right now. Five of Swords and Five of Pentacles, you know. This could be a time where, you know, some of you definitely feel like there's tensions and there's some sort of lonely, heavy feeling rocking and rolling around here. You know, that you don't really know, you don't really have an idea of how to go forward here. Okay? That's when you choose cups that don't align you to where you go, that's where you're going to end up. When you choose paths and you choose intentions that aren't serving your highest. You make your road tough. You make your road hard to walk. Okay? Don't selfishly or ego-led, ego-ledly, I don't even think that's a word, but that's what I'm meaning. You know, don't allow yourself to be led by your ego here. There's no place for that. She who remains, absolutely. Powerful, devotional, true worth. Do not be ego-led. Look at her. She's just sitting here in her, you know, ice throne. Mantly. Okay, Mantly, she who remains, sits on her crystal throne with her lynx by her side. Her gown shows her connection to the ice dragon. Her truth of self keeps her warm against the icy stares of naysayers. Her gaze is cool as she surveys her snow-covered kingdom. Many of her subjects have left the wintry wilderness for less austere places. At any time, she too could have left her kingdom for other realms. But she is devoted to the ideals her reign represents. Her rule may seem like a lonely one to some, but not to her. She knows how powerful a single person can be. This card's lesson is to stay true to your purpose, even when others do not support you. Your true worth is not measured by the number of people who agree with you. People will come and go from your life, but have faith that you have the power to attract those who appreciate your gifts. Remember the lesson of this lady. Love yourself first and best. Those who remain by your side will be worthy of your affection. Your true worth is yours alone. Isn't that a beautiful way to play that out? Remember that this woman holding her heart, who came forward and bore herself and said, this is who I am. This is what I bring. You know, she is worth a million things. Two of Pentacles again. Two of Pentacles, like Queen of Cups on the bottom. It's the understanding. It's that divine knowing and that divine connection, you know, to spirit. It's the balance here. It's the flexibility just to allow things to be, okay? Because within that connection, within that flexibility of your spiritual world and allowing spirit just to co-create with you, there's so much self-fulfillment here, guys. So much growth, so much potential to be whatever the heck you want it to be, right? If I ask you, who are you? You answer, I am the one who sees. From back in here, somewhere I look out, and I am aware of the events, thoughts, and emotions that pass before me. Remember that one. Nothing ever is worth closing your heart over. All right, Leos, that's it. That's a pretty powerful one. Until next time, take care of yourselves, guys. Okay, don't allow this month to destroy you. This month is really meant to just reevaluate your foundation in which you stand on. You know, build from there. Things that don't serve you, just let them go. There's no place to, you know, allow them to hold a negative energy over you. Just release it and go forward from here, right? That's what you're being asked to embrace. Remember to pick your cup wisely, okay? Don't force it. Okay, Leos, until next time, take care. All right, so now moving on to our Sagittarius friends. Hello, my Saggies. So let's get started. So Sagittarius I have some things about what July will be bringing in as far as astrology kind of goes, okay? So you guys are like I don't even have to tell you this, you know, flyers of the seat of your pants. Like that's my first line there. Sagittarius, flyers of the seat of their pants. Absolutely. This whole kind of eclipse and this full moon in Capricorn, I really find that this is going to be a time of reflection and more of a time of reflection for strategies. Okay, how things have worked, how when you have planned things, or how things have maybe worked for you in the past. Okay, yeah, and as far as like, it's almost like, sorry guys, I just realized my hair elastic was almost broken, and I kind of had a mental breakdown there. That's why I kind of stalled, because I just noticed that, and I was like, this is really sad. It's gonna break really soon. moving on. Sorry, Sagittarius. Okay, there's my fly by the seat. That's my Sagittarius moment there for you. Okay, so you guys, so with all of this retrograde energy, you guys are really, you guys are more of a flexible kind of, like, you're definitely one of the most flexible signs, okay, among the zodiac signs. So this whole, like, reflection period for you, I think, is going to be a time that, you know, you flow easily. You know, it's not necessarily easy, but you flow more easily through it, you know, than some other signs may be feeling, okay? This is a great time to be reflecting the strategies and the plans, you know, the safety net that you have built, you know. Are you interested in that side hustle to, you know, create some extra business? You know, the people around you, are they people that are going to be there for you? Are they people that, you know, when you stumble on a hard time, are they gonna be a safety net for you? Or are they people that are going to let you down? You know, that kind of energy is an energy you need in your space, right? Yeah, actually, the last point I had are you involved in relationships of all kinds that are supporting in nature or draining in nature? Remember, the crowd you hang around reflects greatly on the energy you carry around. Isn't that important? All right, let's get to this. So we are pulling, we're going to be pulling 5 energy oracle cards. And that is for your distant past energy, your recent past energy, your present energy, your near future, and then your distant future. Okay, Spirit, help me out here. My mind is starting to feel like Jello already. Okay. Distant past. Appreciation. Strategy. Strategy has come out a couple times. Future, Spirit. Energies for the near future. Well. All right. So on the bottom of this deck, we have the Healer of Ages. Wow. Connection to the divine. Look at that. And carrying connections behind that. And a man holding his heart behind this. Well, Sagittarius, some of you might be having this whole new little love thing going on. It could be a new love. It could be just a relationship that, you know, you are in, a connection that you are in, you know. But there's this connection to the Healer of Ages. There's this need here. He's the first one on the bottom of this deck. Okay? And this can be talking very much, this caring connection can be talking about that connection to the divine here. You know? That reflection and that kind of setback in the time. And maybe, you know, within this month you find some of your energies and some of your reflections is sitting back and looking at all the things you have and appreciating, you know, the maker, the divine, for what you have. Appreciating, you know, those connections that you have in your life. It's going forward, you know, with this heart, you know, bearing this heart. And that can be talking, you know, that can definitely be talking. There can definitely be some love going on here. You know, maybe you have a new relationship, or maybe your relationship is just feeling fresh right now. Okay, maybe after this Venus retrograde, you know, and as Venus is just kind of going direct, there's been some tensions. Okay, there's been a lot of work throughs for relationships that were really gonna make it through here. You know, you guys have done some serious growing since May 13th, absolutely, right? And as Venus goes direct, I think there's that shift into more of that direct energy. That love is really gonna, where it might have been feeling jammed up for the last little bit, it's gonna start moving more smoothly. Okay, so distant path was appreciation and strategy, and I love it. It's funny because appreciation came out pretty much the same for Aries here. Okay, appreciation for the things that you have. You know, this is I said this in the Aries, but this is a garden full of thorns, really. Oh, come on. Sorry, my phone is telling me I have low battery. This is a, you know, garden full of thorns. Yes, okay, there's a few roses for sure, but there's definitely more thorns than roses. But it's looking back. It's appreciating where you've come from. Okay, and as a distant past, I don't really feel like this reading's past are all too far back, like maybe a month or so, really. This is talking about looking and appreciating, you know, kind of like appreciating where you've come from, appreciating that all of the beautiful things that, yes, okay, there was a lot of thorns, there was a lot of things that came up, but here you are, and it's a new place, and now you're making these plans to go forward, you're appreciating the things that you want, and you're like, you know what, this is where I'm going with this, okay? Too many, Spirit. 1 or 2, please. Appreciation and strategy here. The world, yeah. Like I was just saying, right? It's looking at it as a whole. Appreciating all of the cycles that it took, but acknowledging that, you know what? From here, I'm going forward. Okay, from here, I'm actually making a plan. I have a strategy. I know what I want to do. You know, and whether that's looking at financial strategies and where you're going to go with from there and how that's all going to line up. Whether it's, you know, the people and the, you know, and the businesses that you're going to grow, like the connections that way, right? This is looking at it as a whole. This is looking at all parts, good and bad, and saying, yep, I'm making a plan. I'm going forward from here. You know, it's that end of a cycle. Okay. So happy family and the goddess and the moon were the recent past, you know, and the happy family and the goddess of the moon. Well, the happy family is talking about a happy family. Look at this. This is talking about energies around that. Okay. And with that, no matter, you know, that happy family doesn't have to be as generic and simple as this. Okay. My family definitely does not look like that. We wouldn't all fit on one card. Okay. It doesn't. Happy family, whatever that energy is to you, this is to that. You know, this recent past energy is saying that, yep, there's been this happy family energy. It came upright, you know, so I feel that this energy, maybe it's been a struggle, maybe maybe this relationship, maybe this Venus retrograde that, you know, as this goes direct, you know, this change within you guys, this connection more to this intuition here, this change, this wheel of fortune, this change within this, okay, within this shift of energies within this happy family. There is a connection here. I feel that you have made, Sagittarius, as I feel like you have connected to a higher here, and within that connection, it's shifted the energies here. Wheel of Fortune. Okay? It really changed some sort of energy, and maybe you're feeling like, okay, not right now. Oh, wow, that was a lot of cards that just fell the right way. Yeah, okay. So this happy family, this energy, this intuitive kind of connection, you know, as far as like a recent past thing, you know, there was this shift. And whether this was a change that you instigated and you were like, you know what, I just don't like the energies that it's been. I don't like the way that it's been going. But there was a shift here. There was a change for you. 2 of Cups. Okay, maybe it was a brand new love. Maybe this is a blending of families for some. Okay? Energies coming together here. But there was a change, a shift movement here. There was a walking away from something, and I feel like that walking away is just walking away from the kind of the thorns, okay? Like how this was appreciated here. Okay, the 10 of Swords was after that Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is that movement forward. That's a quick kind of pace forward, and I feel like with this happy family and this connection to that goddess and the moon, this energy and that change within that Wheel of Fortune, this blending of these two energies, it shifted something. It shifted something. And whether that was just the shift within the energies of your family, you know, from really maybe kind of dealing in maybe a lower vibration energy here, there was something that changed, okay? There was a way forward. It could also be this change of maybe how you guys, this blending of these energies, maybe there was like some sort of change where 2 of you have kind of come together here. You know, you and whoever, it's the King and the Queen here of Pentacles. And you've kind of shifted your financial world somehow. You know, you've blended your energies. Maybe you guys have both been going at it on your own, but here you're going forward together, learning something new ideas, you know, maybe strategizing for what's to come. Okay, maybe this has been something that you have just recently kind of set the ball in motion for. Okay? Attachment was your present energy. And that to me is maybe, I feel like you guys are maybe attached to how you see things going. Maybe you're attached to Five of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Maybe you're just attached, you're like focused on this ball of light. Okay, you're focused on this fireball up here, whatever this is. Okay, and whether that's this happy family that you're creating, whether it's this rose that you're focusing on this light, but you're so focused on it that you're trapping yourself. You're attaching yourself too much to the light. Okay, you see yourself almost trapped. Maybe you're so focused on getting this energy, you know, and it's or not even getting this energy, but you're just so focused on whatever this is. You know, maybe that's a situation, a work thing, who knows, okay? But whatever this is, okay, you're so focused on it that you're trapping yourself to it. You're attaching yourself to it in a way that it's unhealthy, for one, okay? Ace of Wands, but you know this, okay? There's renewal here for that. You know that, you can see that. The Tower moment behind that, you can see that. You know that needs to change. You know that needs to crumble. Okay, you know that you have been going very focused and very blindly at this, okay? But here you are, look at this, strength. Okay, you know that it's time to change that. You know that it's time to embrace this inner strength. You know that it's time to embrace the lion within inside you. Absolutely you do, the Fool behind that. You know this is a time to start anew. You know the way that you have been going, the energies that have been rolling around. Maybe it's how you've allowed people to talk to you. Maybe it's how you've allowed people to interact within your life. And you're going forward here and you're like, no, not anymore. Nope. You know, you're setting your boundaries, but you're finding that inner strength to do it. Okay, you're finding that inner strength to really go forward no matter what it is. You're finding that inner strength to go forward here with a new cycle, to change what has been. You have let that crumble. Okay, you know that what wasn't serving you. You had that Ace of Wands, that brand new idea, that brand new spark, that brand new passion. You were saying, no, no more. I'm not going to let those old ways and that shitty shit rule my life anymore. I'm changing that. I'm finding my inner strength. I'm changing my way. I'm going forward from here. And from that was the Ten of Pentacles. That was fulfillment for you and your family and all the people around you. Absolutely. So much fulfillment. And Nine of Cups. That self-fulfillment, emotionally fulfilling, okay? Like she is so, look at that. Just overcome by beautiful cups, right? And the King of Swords, the clarity to all of that. You know this. You know all of these things. You know the energies that aren't serving you. You know the patterns that aren't serving you. You know the spending habits that don't serve you. You know the seat of the, your seat of your seat of flying by the seat of your pants. You know the things that you do. Okay, you know the things that you're not planning. You know all of that. You know how to strategize for this. Now it's time to actually do it. Now it's time to actually put the steps in. Put that shit on paper and then put the steps in. Change the energies. Okay, shift your way of thinking. If you've been thinking, oh, we just struggle, or oh, whatever the case may be, shift that way of thinking. It doesn't serve you here anymore. You need to release it. You need to release that scattered feeling, trapped energy of like, I'm never going to get away from this. I'm always going to be attached to this kind of shitty pole. I'm, to this shitty kind of life. I'm never going to get away from this. Nope. Change that. It's time for you to switch that around. There is a power here, the Queen and the King of Pentacles. There's teamwork here. There's teamwork to go forward here. It's just a matter of a whole new way of beginning, a whole new change in thought. Door to romance. See, and again, like door to romance is your near future. And that was clarified by the High Priestess, the Empress, Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So again, it could be a new love. If you're a Sagittarius who's maybe a single Sagittarius, there could be a love coming in here that's really going to like inspire you. Inspire you to really grow here. Inspire you to really like align yourself to things that are going to serve you, a life that's going to serve you. It's going to really kind of inspire you to actually build a life, set a plan, not just blow with the wind anymore. And that's not a bad thing. It's clever. It's clever to have an idea. It's clever to have a plan. It's clever to have a safety net. So even when you do land on your feet, Well, it's still there, right? That's cool. That's all right. This door to romance was the High Priestess. Okay, there's a connection here to Spirit, and Spirit's saying, follow your intuition here. There's a whole new beginning for you here. There's a whole new opportunity for you to connect on deeper levels, for you to manifest and create things on deeper levels. Okay? See this? Page of Pentacles? Here's your manifestations. Here's all of those beginnings that you want to see happening in your 3D world, and they're happening, they're coming. Okay? But you need to connect to Spirit. You need to have faith that those things are actually going to come. You need to trust within them. You need to be open in receiving to the Knight of Cups, because the Knight of Cups is situations coming in. That's love coming in. But that doesn't have to necessarily be romantic love coming in. That can just be situations of love, opportunities of love, you know, gifts from Spirit that are like, here, this is yours. This is for you. Take this. Pretty cool, right? Okay. That's your near future. Wow. The King of Cups was on the bottom of that, and that's just being so emotionally solid in that. Trusting, having faith in the higher. No matter what is going on in the current right now, it's just, you know what, I'm gonna make my plan. I'm gonna strategize. I'm gonna align myself with who I want to be here. Connect myself to the divine. Okay? The thinking woman. That's your distant future energy. And she's such a smart little lady. You know? She's thoughtful. She's intuitive. See these stairs back here? Those stairs are taking her to a higher place of enlightenment. Those stairs are leading her on her way, you know, guiding her forward, aligning her again to a higher kind of road, temperance, right? The flexibility here, see how Spirit has the back here of this man? And the flexibility, the need for that flexibility of the action again, and the spiritual side of the sun and the moon, the action and the spirit, right? Right. It's the need to know that you need both. Yes, okay, you can be, trails blazing or whatever it is, you know, and be this person who's creating all these big, powerful, fiery action things in your life. Yes, but you cannot just lead with that. You'll burn out. You need to have the ability to be able to be flexible within that spiritual, fiery passion side and the action side. That's how you balance them both. It's that magician in the mirror, wherever he was. He wasn't in your... Yeah, he is. He's way down here. Right? It's understanding this. It's knowing this. It's knowing that you have the power to balance both. That's what the temperance is. He balances the moon and the sun. And Spirit has his back. And he knows that he needs both to go forward. See, it's that change in perception. It's that change. Maybe you have just thought that you could go at this fireside the whole way through. Okay? And it's that change here. It's understanding that you need to put some faith. You need to put yourself in suspension so that Spirit can unfold things the way that they need to happen for you. Queen of Wands at the bottom. Okay? She manifests the things that she wants to bring into her life. She has faith that she can manifest all of the things that spark her, that light that fire. She has that fire for sure. She has the power to create and manifest that fire, yes. But she also has her lessons. She also has all of the things, all of her spiritual things here. See her black cat, her intuition, all of her candles here? She knows that she has the fire in her hand, yes. But she also surrounds herself in her spiritual connections so that she can go forward. Okay? She embraces that. Okay. She who? She who, Saggy? Who is the Sagittarius here? She who is the Sagittarius is she who loved once. Blue. Fragile, secret love, rejection. Wow, for some of you, this could very much like play into some sort of love that you've had. And you know, it's the eclipses, they bring a lot of that old kind of love to that, okay? They bring loves and losses, and they bring that stuff back up to clarity. So, Blue, she who loved once has a sad demeanor because she is thinking about someone who no longer accepts her love. She wears a golden wreath on her dark hair and clasps flowers to her heart. From her glance, you can see she is feeling lost and alone now. The delicate dogwood flowers are meant to be given to someone special, but Blue hesitates in offering her love again. This card encourages you to explore your own feelings of vulnerability. There is always a risk in revealing your emotions. If you have a secret love, it can be thrilling. It can be a thrilling thing as much as a terrifying one. If you tell them how you feel, how will they respond? Will they appreciate your declaration, or will they walk away? The only real way of knowing the answer is to hold out your gift. Let this card remind you that you weren't meant to love only once. If you suffer the anguish of rejection, allow yourself time to heal. When you are ready, pick new flowers, face the world head on, so others can find you to offer their love. Isn't that beautiful? Holy. All right, wow. I didn't even think of, I hadn't really thought of that within it all. That kind of plays a beautiful part to this. She who loved once. Moon, trust spirit here, okay? There's things as guidance here. This is saying spirit's working within the realms. There's things that you cannot see happening within the shadows, okay? And spirit, the moon is such a trust in that, right? Like that temperance, trust. As much as you trust in the sun, trust in the moon, trust in your spirit, okay? Trust in spirit to guide you here. The messenger of swords, okay? The messenger of swords and the emperor behind that. There is change, okay? There is movement here. There is movement to power. And not even necessarily to power, but just to knowing, to understanding, okay? You might not be able to see it all as it plays in the shadows right now, and that's okay. You just need to trust this. The Four of Wands is at the bottom here. You just need to trust it because there's celebration here. There's good things. This is all going to come together. Strategize. Allow yourself to tear down what needs to be torn down. Okay, don't let those things hold you back. And then embrace the new here. Embrace the strength. Embrace the Fool within you. Who is having all these physical, emotional, and mental experiences? Notice who is experiencing the experience. Realize that you, the experiencer, have a certain quality, and that quality is awareness, consciousness, an intuitive sense of existence. You exist regardless of thoughts or no thoughts. Well, Sagittariuses, that was another beautiful reading. Okay, thank you for being here. Take care. Please take care. I would love to hear from you, so comment, like, share, send me a message. All my love. Bye now.